My name is Amelia Andersdotter. I've been working with Piratpartiet since 2006 in April. It was founded also in 2006. I've been working locally. I've been working with youth organizations, and I've been working with international issues in the youth organization of Piratpartiet since about 2007. Now I sit in the European Parliament almost and try to make some use of myself in the European political processes. Piratpartiet is quite fragmented, so much communication in Piratpartiet is actually quite unilateral. Like you have some people who have many followers on Twitter, some people who have many followers on their blogs, and then you have other people who do not. So in this case, so for that purpose, the communication is quite uneven in the party. It's not all of this like hunky-dory, sharing the same platform, everybody gets to talk. On the contrary, it's very much not like that. But I also remember when I started working with Piratpartiet, and we used to have this, I was living in the south of Sweden at the time, in a city called Lund, where I was studying at university. We met once every week, we had coffee, we talked complete bullshit, or we didn't. And we actually got around to doing quite a lot of things, and that was a very nice social activity. We were very inclusive. We got in the middle of 2008, these 5 new people started showing up, and I thought, but we've been sitting here for 1.5 years already discussing over a cup of coffee. 6, 7 people, we're probably a quite closed group, and it's going to be difficult for them to come into our coffee routine, but it wasn't. We expanded quite heartily, and it was very, very easy for us to become 20, 25 members in our regular coffee group before the European elections. So that's also like, I'm very proud of my region for being so open, inclusive, and social. Internet is the source of Piratpartiet. There would not be a Piratpartiet, I think, if there hadn't been some conflicts around issues online or issues with information at large. If you look at the circumstances under which Piratpartiet was giving great benefits in the elections of 2009, you basically have one defining event of that spring, which is the Pirate Bay verdict, 17th of April 2009, 3 million or so euros they had to pay. It's a huge sum. They were sentenced to 1 year in jail. It's a really like ridiculous sentence for having run a torrent tracker. That made people upset. So these were 3 young people from Sweden, all aged under 28, and they'd just been goofing around with the server somewhere in Stockholm, and now suddenly they were getting punished big time for this. That was what made people upset, and that made people want to change. That's why they voted for Piratpartiet. People participate in a political process when they feel they can change something. In the US, people do not participate in a political process because they don't feel they can change anything. This is increasing, like this is the same in many European nations as well. I know in Eastern Europe it's very rarely above 40% of the electorates going to the ballots, which is too little. In Sweden as well, we've had 90%, I think, participation up until 1994, and now it's just dwindling. We've lost 10% of the electorate for just going to the ballots. And the amount of blank votes is larger now than it's been in the past as well, because people do not feel that they can make a change. It doesn't matter for them what they vote for. It doesn't matter if they're politically involved or not. I think what I believe is an ideologized, I want an ideologized political debate. The Piratpartiet is quite exciting because it has firm positions. Right, so we've positioned ourselves quite far away from the rest, which makes voting for us or voting for somebody else is a big difference, which is also now something the Greens did with environmental issues. Voting for the Greens or voting for somebody else was a big difference. That makes people involved in politics when their vote matters, when their actions matter. All the rest of it is unimportant.